Hi there, all the beautiful souls that descended into this world to give benefits to all others, as many as you are capable, according to God's grace and God's will. I'm glad you are in this world, and I love you for that, and I thank you for that. Even if you do some little good to others, even though you think it's little, but it could mean the world to the receiver. At least your soul is pure, your heart is benevolent, as you are worshiping God, praising all the masters, and thanking all the noble souls who are doing God's will for the benefit of all. I'm glad you're here with me. Otherwise, I probably would have felt or would be still feeling very lonely on this planet, as we are kind of far away from home. Though it's not far, but because of physical space, it makes us feel that it's far. But as long as we meditate inside, we can always contact home or make a brief visit to some nearby neighborhood of our heavenly home. I want to ask you, please also help me to thank Mahakasyapa, because I don't think I thanked him enough. And I want to tell you his story so that some of you who don't know who he is would feel honored to know him. You see, Mahakasyapa was one of the foremost disciples of the Buddha when the world honored one was still alive. And he was named the ascetic number one. Buddha had 10 foremost disciples, and some of them had the title, like Mahakasyapa is ascetic number one. Maudalagayana is like magical power number one. And the great Anand is good memory number one. Yes. There are more. Sariputra is the wisest, for example. And according to a Buddhist legend, Mahakasyapa, the real Mahakasyapa, the monk, one of the foremost disciples of the Buddha, is still alive today on earth and meditating in a place, maybe a cave in a mountain, which is named chicken food. Yes, so the one who had given me the Buddha Sarira, your sister wanted me to change the photo that they put on in the first place. They were not the ones that Mahakasyapa gave me, so she wanted me to change it to the real photograph. I really want to see it now, but I'm kind of far. I couldn't get there quickly enough yet. Besides, I'm still in retreat. I don't want to go too far. I shouldn't. Once you are in retreat, you should be always in one place, as concentrated as possible in one place. Maybe you could be in the garden, but without seeing anybody and without letting anybody see you, so that you can harness all your power for some special purpose. Many people do retreat just to invigorate their energy and to harness all the power so that they can accomplish some task. Yesterday, I had a talk with my dog people. Sometimes it's telepathically only, sometimes, if possible, by phone. And the dog people even know what I have revealed to you. I did not want to. I did not want to reveal it, what God made me. And after I revealed it to you, I asked God 3 more times whether or not it is the right thing to do, to reveal to you my real identity. Or if not, please let me delete these parts because I don't know how people would react. And I also don't know how to react to their reaction. Yes, I just do not feel very comfortable talking directly, honestly, and openly like that about what I am. In this physical world, I'm just like you, but I'm connected with my highest self, and that is a different thing. Otherwise, I couldn't have enough power supply to do my work, which is a lot, and very, very heavy work. I want to tell you about Mahakasyapa so that you know how great he is, even as a human, as a person. Not to talk about a saint. He really is a saint. He kept his discipline. In Buddhism, you have 13 very strict disciplines which you have to adhere to in order to be called the best ascetic. Like you cannot eat after noon and you eat only one time a day. You have only three layers of monks robes, and you have to collect the discarded cloth on the street, in the cemetery, or in the garbage area where people throw things away to make your own clothes. You can't wear new clothes. You can't buy new clothes. You can't accept clothes newly made for you. You do it yourself. You pick up clothes everywhere, wherever you can, and sew them together, one piece at a time, to make into good warm clothing to cover yourself with dignity. That's all you can have. And you have a baking bowl for going for alms, yeah? And take care of yourself once a day. And nowadays, still there are Hinayana monks who do the same or similar, but then they eat anything at all. They don't restrict themselves to veganism, which is a compassionate diet. Because in the beginning, some people just came and were not used to the vegan diet. So the Buddha allowed them three kinds of permissible animal people meat, like those animal people from whose flesh you're eating. You don't hear their cry when they die. Or an animal person that you know is not because of you that she is being killed. Or the animal people who die naturally or by accident or old age, somewhere in the forest or on the street. Then you can eat them. But later on, the Buddha said you should not eat that anymore. And he emphasized that whoever eats animal people meat is not his disciple. And whoever eats meat, he is not that person's teacher as well.
At that time, Arya, or sage Mahamati, or great wisdom Bodhisattva Mahasattva, said to the Buddha, Bhagavan, or world-honored one, I see that in all worlds the wandering in births and deaths, the enlaced animosities, and the falling into evil paths are all caused by meat-eating and cyclical killing. Those behaviors increase greed and anger and make living beings unable to escape from suffering. That is truly very painful. Mahamati, having heard my words, if any of my disciples does not honestly consider that and still eats meat, we should know that he is of the Candela, or killer's lineage. He is not my disciple, and I am not his teacher. Therefore, Mahamati, if anyone wishes to be my relative, he should not eat any meat. The Lankavatara Sutra, Tripitaka, number 671.
And the Buddha was strictly vegan. Yeah, you can see some of the excerpts that I have expounded to you some years ago about that Buddha was a vegan because he named Xiao Dao milk, eggs, leather boots, or anything to do with animal people, you should not use because it causes suffering anyway.
Bodhisattvas and pure monks walking on country paths will not even tread on living grasses, much less uproot them. How then can it be compassionate to gorge on other beings' blood and flesh? Monks who will not wear silks from the East, whether coarse or fine, who will not wear shoes or boots of leather, nor furs, nor birds down from our own country, and who will not consume milk, curds, or ghee, have truly freed themselves from the world. When they have paid their debts from previous lives, they will roam no longer through the three realms. Why? To wear parts of a being's body is to involve one's karma with that being, just as people have become bound to this earth by eating vegetables and grains. I can affirm that a person who neither eats the flesh of other beings, nor wears any part of the bodies of other beings, nor even thinks of eating or wearing these things, is a person who will gain liberation. What I have said is what Buddhas teach. Mara, the evil one, teaches otherwise. The Surangama Sutra.
Even if that animal person is not killed because of you, if you eat it, then people will have to kill another animal person to sell to other people who want to buy because you have eaten that portion of animal people. So there's one person missing, one chicken person missing. So if somebody wants to buy, they have to kill another chicken person to sell to you or to them. The Buddha taught compassion in all of the scriptures that he preached during his lifetime, which was many decades. So if a monk is supposed to follow the Buddha, he should adhere to compassion. That is normal. You do what your teachers do. Besides, it is should not do things. You should not kill others to sustain your life. Just like you wouldn't want to be killed to sustain other beings' life. You wouldn't be willing to be killed so that a tiger can be filled, huh? No. So similarly, a chicken, a cow, a pig, a goat person would not want to be killed to sustain your life, to fill your stomach.